Hello, hello, and welcome to Wildsea. I'm not in this one again, so I'm going to hand it over to Tanny, who's going to take over the intro now.
Oh! Hey, what? Okay. Hi! My name's
Tanny.
My name's Pendragon Nomad, aka, firstly, Tanny. And yeah, this is Wildsea. So, we have today Sean as the GM. We have Sean as Trixie. And then we have I won't say Stabathon, but as Tuka. And I am playing as Skipper. And together we are the
Just about afloat.
Just about afloat.
Actually sounds like a decent actual play title.
Just about. You know what? Yeah. So let's get on with it. What is happening, Sean?
Nothing. Nothing's happened.
Okay,
we're just gonna vibe. Cool.
You're just going to twiddle your thumbs.
Session last time.
Last time, when we last convened, you had managed to finally make it to Tall Mauser, where you've been traveling since the fall of Gogar's retreat at the hands of Kadrath, the Leviathan that very not nice. Through many adventures and through multiple findings of people, you finally made it, and you've dropped off all your refugees, and the other ships that were with your little fleet have dropped off theirs. And you then proceeded to go to find your erstwhile captain's, it's a little too early to say widow at the moment.
Yeah.
You can still say spouse, right?
Yeah,
spouse. And went up and climbed the walls. Well, not climbed the walls. Walked the paths along the walls.
Walked the walls.
To get to his spouse. Along the way, seeing a lot of peculiarly dressed people, with like headdresses made out of like rectangular pieces of seems like parchment or paper, along with like being bedecked with like metal discs with faces on them and stuff like that. And upon inquiring with a completely reputable businessman called Dibble, who was selling grubs on a stick, you were informed that these were the Ritlings, which is a cult that works in the on the Tall Mauser, that are obsessed with the accumulation of pre-verdant wealth. So anything that used to be used as currency, they covet with extreme fervor. And did inform you that there are people who are a little bit more obsessed than the people you've been seeing, but you've not got onto that yet. You did make it to the domicile of your MIA Captain Damad to find his wife Fzee, and have informed her of the current situation of how he's currently MIA, and that you had left someone behind to try and find him and the other and any other possible survivors, and
be like sister or something.
Yeah, we found out that they are the sister of.
You found out that Krima, the woman who is the captain of the Coat Krezerin, the one who went to look for the captain and the survivors, was in fact Fzee's sister. and both came from a place called Crimmich Surge, which is conveniently the place where the creature, the Kadrath, seemed to be heading toward last anyone saw.
We still have
But-
no idea why as well. Like, we've
No,
tried
you've-
reasons
Yeah,
of
a
it.
You're-
couple of us have some funny theories.
So there are theories about what is happening with Mr./Mrs. Kadrath, because you don't know what they are, and it seems impolite to ask.
Kadrath.
So when we left off, you when we left last session, you had just left the home of Domard and Fizzy, and you were, I believe, planning to try and find somewhere to sit and relax for a moment and discuss.
Did we, was there a discussion already that someone was going to follow them?
Follow Creamer.
No, follow, the Kadrath.
I thought that was what we were doing. Yes.
Okay.
It's
Because I
up
wanted to
to
really quick, because I was going to
Mhm.
say, like, if there was someone already on there, like, keep an eye on it as we are, like, waiting for a bit.
So far as you at the moment, you have not asked anyone if someone went after it or not.
Right.
So for all you know, so you don't know if it's someone's gone after it. You don't know if it's just been left to just bugger the hell off. You don't know.
Yeah. Little break. Quiz on Creamer. Its reach. Then go. That's my suggestion. Yes.
Makes sense to me.
Sorry, 1 second. So sorry, what was that again? Sorry, it was
Break. Ask Fizzy about Crimmich Surge, and then head off.
fair enough. So, are you going to try and find like a bar in this world, a junction, or are you trying to just find? Or are you planning on just going back to the ship, or what's happening? What are you doing? What are you doing that thing for? What are you
I was
doing?
thinking of talking to Fizzy about where we're going. I mean, like, I might have been
Yeah.
mishearing the name you gave.
Yeah, it's for these F apostrophe Z I for Z.
Fizzy. Okay.
Where's
There's
the-
also the possibility of doubling up research and seeing if there's anyone who knows anything about Leviathans around, but less idea how to find that.
I believe the idea was because obviously you just left for Z. You are going to leave her to decompress what as she's been told.
Okay.
We were coming back in the morning, I think was
Yeah.
the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Where
by
would
all
one
mean,
do research in a place
Yes.
They're
like
a library.
Yes, that'd be
Um,
perfect.
let us see what is available in the old Tall Mauser, shall we? Sorry. Because the things that they have here are they do have the kind of main places they have are places called kartoikas, which are they accumulate knowledge and charts and pictures and artwork and kind of a bit of everything. And if you're going to be asking around, which I'm assuming you will, if you want to try and find somewhere like this,
yeah.
Yes.
you are kind of indicated towards a place called Tandarich's Picture House,
Nice.
which
Ooh.
is primarily a kind of it's primarily an exhibition of snapographed landscapes, but they are
Snapographed.
essentially a photograph.
Ah.
But they do have, but they do say that the owner does carry quite a lot of other bits and pieces as well, so they may have more things that could be useful to you.
That sounds
Heading
like
there?
a good plan then, yeah.
Yeah.
Give that a go.
So you mosey on towards this picture house. When you get there, it's another one that's kind of built into the wall. It's kind of been made to look on the outside a little bit more ostentatious. Like they've carved that they're not actually pillars, but they kind of carved them out of the wall to look like pillars are holding up the second floor,
Okay.
which is also just in the wall. So it's
Mm.
like it's utterly pointless. It's just made to look fancier than it is. And when you get to the door, there is a person stood outside, like behind a little plinth, kind of just jotting away on like a bit of parchment, and doesn't look up as you approach. It's just kind of scribbling.
Out of character, who wants to take the lead on this one?
I was gonna say, yeah, can I?
For it.
Skipper's
Sure.
gonna like float there and say, "Greetings, artistic one."
This this kind of not tired, kind of world weary, young, ardent man, and it just looks up and just, can I help you?
This one requests research upon the books of knowledge.
You wish to see the exhibit?
Agreed.
Well, if you just hand your donation, we'll be able to let you in.
And what request of donation is needed?
Is it scratch that's the general pocket change kind of thing?
Yeah, that's the normal thing. But upon you rummaging in your pockets for scratch, it says, everyone who wishes to view the exhibit must make a donation to the exhibit in order to enter.
Oh.
Skipper's gonna like turn around to you three, and in the little history of Skipper has no idea how to keep things like scratch. Like they always lose it, and so one of you guys is their little piggy bank, or their little you have their little purse or something.
Except it sounds like they don't accept scratch.
Do you take accounts of interesting events?
So long as they are written, sure.
I figured they weren't going to take whispers, Nana.
Would we would you happen to have paper and something to write with? I can write to you about the events that happened at the with
Gogar's
the
retreat.
Leviathan at Gogar's retreat.
This should be acceptable for a... He kind of rummages through. But he's like, everything he does is like, he's just like slow and plodding. So he's just kind of like, I want to say he rummages through his papers, but rummage makes it sound like he's frantically going through it. He's like, no, he's just like leafing through the papers on his plinth until he finds some blank ones and hands them over to you slowly. And gives you like a kind of like a the thing he's using to it's essentially a stick, but it's kind of like a very it's a stick that's kind of like just seeping this black sap,
Oh.
and it's like wrapped through most of the stick. It's just like the very tip of it is poking out, and so it says, "I want that back when you're done."
Very important stick.
Noted, noted. And this will, as it's a combined writing between us, this would be entry for all of us, I assume?
I suppose, yes. He just goes back to writing on his whatever he's writing.
Thanks, Trinix.
Much
I
appreciated.
will proceed to jot down what happened, both as kind of a play-by-play from what we found out from other people,
Yeah.
when we sort of joined back together, but also an account of what we experienced ourselves.
Tuka adds little illustrations.
Yay!
Also fair.
And
I won't-
basically, Skipper will attempt to try and write, and it's like very metaphorical and like completely like I'm trying to find like a really good writer that is like completely bonkers, and it somehow makes sense, but it's written in a way of other emotions and shit, like philosophical kind of shit.
fair
I quite
enough.
like the idea that Skipper's written bits and Trinix has come along afterwards and it's like written a translation underneath.
Yeah. Got Trinix has gotten their most erudite bees on hand, literally, to
And
to write translations of anything.
And the fact is, what is much more fucking funny is the fact is that Skipper, of course, is an ironbound that has like loads of parts and everything, and like vines and everything that's mummed from the deep and shit. Like people will just expect that writing doesn't seem to like think that's gonna work. They expect the thing to be like massive scribbles, not even any kind of like wording, and somehow for them they write like very, very cursive, very, very neat, extremely like if like very posh, very neat, very etiquette kind of style in a way. Like it's just like, how is this person how is this thing managed to like write this quite well, despite that the whole body and their hands are just not even hand looking.
Indeed.
Love it.
Much scribbling and writing and doodling later, you feel that you've made a succinct account of everything that has occurred, and you hand your small stack of papers to the gentleman, and he kind of like looks it over, like again painfully slowly, just looks. Like leaf, leaf, leaf. This should be sufficient. You may enter.
Appreciate
And
it.
I'm assuming you enter.
Yes.
So, entering, like, there's like, as soon as you enter, there is like a set of stairs off to the right, but is kind of like roped off. Like there's a bit of like cord over the stairs to like indicate no entry. But ahead, it kind of opens up into quite not a giant hall, but a fairly sizable one still. And and it's lined with, let's say, mostly snapographed pictures of various landscapes. Like you see a lot of the foxloft, so lots of like oaky kind of trees, a couple of like ones with like just the canopy with like some foxes leaping out, like mid leap, coming out of the thrash, and then then you see others that are like a long like multiple pictures put next to each other of just like this like burning like the like a load like a string of like burning canopy with just like plumes of smoke and just fire, and it's like quite a dramatic picture or group of pictures.
The pictures
And
have any like little captions or anything written around them?
Yeah, they've got like little notes underneath, which so you like the fox one, you see like just frolicking foxes, fox loft, blah.
Oh, yeah.
The burning one, it has like little caption underneath, just like I'm trying to think what they would call it. Just it's just simply stated the conflagration, which everyone knows what the conflagration is. Like the whole north of the Wildsea is the conflagration. Which is
it's just constantly on fire out there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is like nobody knows how it started, but some people say that you've heard these tales. They're not secret or unknown. Some people think that
There's a reason we don't go that far north.
some people say that people tried to control the forest back when, just as the verdancy occurred, and tried to use fire, and it just kept burning. Others think that it was just a freak accident, just a lightning strike lit one tree and it just went from there. But multiple attempts have been made to quell the conflagration. None have ever been successful.
Does it spread, or is it still like it's always in the same amount of land?
It weirdly doesn't venture any further south.
And
as for further north, you've heard tales that people have crossed the conflagration and come back. And what they say is beyond it. There's a lot of very not many tales come back of it. People have come back, but most people don't tell, for some reason, don't tell what they found.
I have a theory as a person, like maybe they're keeping something in or keeping us out because there's something in there, in the middle of it all.
Awesome.
In the middle of the what?
In the middle of the, what's the word called again?
Conflagration.
Yeah. So my guesses are like whatever.
Oh, so it's like so it's a wall of fire ringing the planet.
Potentially, probably protecting stuff that's inside. So whatever's in the middle of the ring of fire might be something that the sea itself's probably protecting.
That could
or
be
it's just extremely on fire, even more on fire.
Maybe.
Possibly. You don't know. You might find out. You never know.
Maybe just
Surprised if we find out, because we've got stuff to deal with already.
Yeah, like maybe that's like another time storyline.
Maybe.
Let's just figure out like what the hell's with this freaking Leviathan
An
dude.
endless fire.
But there are multiple other pictures. There's there's pictures of like snowy vistas and And like there's one in particular as well that catches your eye of like a mountain range sticking up out of the forest, but like it's like almost wreathed in storm clouds, and
Shit, that's good shit.
and like the canopy in the foreground is just, like thrashing wildly, like caught mid thrash. A lot of very interesting pictures, but then, and there are, but like I say, it's primarily on the picture on the walls. It's kind of, it's mostly pictures. There is one person other than yourselves in here, who's a gal, kind of like rummaging, like sat behind a pretty tall desk at the back of the room, kind of just like rifling through papers and kind of like, as opposed to the guy at the door, he's far more animated and far more like quicker.
It's an actual proper rummage.
Yeah, proper rummage. And he's just kind of like rifling through his like, and then scribbling something down and like picking up a picture and looking and he's, well, much like the guy on the door though, hasn't noticed you're there.
I'd like to see if I can peek at anything.
Anything he's doing?
Anything he's doing, or he's looking at, or putting to one side, or.
You'd have to get behind his desk to do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Which you can try and do if you want to.
It feels more polite that someone go say hello.
Who's going to say hello?
I guess I should probably say hi.
He's like, upon you just saying hi, he just kind of goes, it just like falls off his chair.
Oh, he's fucking dead.
And he like, and it's like one arm comes out. He's like lifts himself back up. It's oh, hello there. Sorry, I didn't notice you. How can I help you?
Sorry. Just wondering. You're researching something? We were here to research something and wondered if. Well, honestly, just curious what you were researching.
I'm not researching anything in particular. I'm kind of making some stock of some of the pictures I got. But yeah, you want to research something? What do you want to research?
Is this like in real life? Is this Tuka actually like gushing over this gal, or is it just like gushing over this gal?
I mean, it's a table talk gushing over this gal.
Yes.
Like this gal is pretty much like. He is literally, he's kind of just got this like small dumpy body, and he's just got a like normal, like almost stereotypical like mushroom, like mushroom top,
like a bonnet maybe.
Yeah, like a bonnet mushroom. Yeah,
a button, that's what I meant.
Yeah, like a button mushroom. Yeah. And so he just looks like that, and he's got like multiple, like a lot of gal have. He's got kind of like multiple like black dots where his eyes are, like some pretty big, couple of smaller ones, and he's got a pair of glasses that are just so ridiculous that it goes over all of these eyes. Just like a pair of glasses with 4 lenses, all of different sizes.
Oh.
And she's kind of like looking at you all like with just awaiting what you want help with researching.
Is there anything about Leviathans?
Leviathan? And he kind of like hops off his chair and like toddles over to a cupboard and opens it up, and there's papers stacked up. And he kind of rifles. What particular Leviathan? Is there a particular one, or just Leviathans in general?
What? I'm trying to remember the categories. So, like, was there the intelligent ones?
that there are intelligent ones.
Yeah,
There are
specifically on intelligent ones, since it seemed like our one didn't seem like it fitted into the other categories.
so intelligent. Is it is it a particular one, or is it just intelligent ones in general?
What was the name you gave us at the start, Firefly?
I can't remember.
Endrath?
The name of the one that's been terrorizing. Yeah, Kadrath.
Kadrath.
Okay, Kidrath.
Kadrath.
I don't remember where we got the name, but coolio.
He kind of like sits, stares up at the ceiling for a couple of. Kadrath, deity. I say deity. Worshipped Leviathan of Gogar's retreat. Why have I heard that name recently? Why have I?
Because that's probably what just attacked Tall Mauser.
Oh, that rumble! I did wonder what that was.
Rumble!
I don't leave my exhibition very often.
Oh, it's good to know you felt safe.
But yes, I know of this. I think I remember this Kadrath. It's like I said, it's a fairly old legend of a Leviathan that hunted down bandits during Gogar's retreats, like infancy. I don't believe it's been seen for a long time. But you say it attacked Tall Mauser?
That's the only name we know that it could be for, but
Act
Yeah.
pushed off of its ledge, walked straight through.
Really? Oh, interesting. He kind of like rushes back to his desk and clambers back onto his chair.
the one we talked to said it was trying to get in or something to Tall Mauser.
He didn't. There's nothing in Tall Mauser. It's I mean, there's the vaults, but that's not on this wall. It's on one of the ones further along. So yeah, I don't know what it would want. Yeah,
Could it have been trying to get past the wall?
Well, that's easy enough to do. You just go round.
Oh.
It's a very old wall. It's not like it's holes all over the place. I mean, the vast. I mean, it's theorized. It's just a theory, of course, but there's a theorized that the majority of the wall's already fallen down. It's only only a couple of miles of it, and none of it's complete. So, yeah, if he wanted to go round it, he wouldn't want to go through or get beyond it. He could just go round. It's no.
But he didn't.
I think Skipper's gonna like lure in and probably accidentally just learn interesting. So the Leviathan, that was not the goal it wanted to do.
No, I say if he's an intelligent one, it's very peculiar for him to just attack for no reason. Like obviously the main thing that we have in Tall Mauser, I mean, yes, we have like markets and trade and things like that, but the majority of it's pre-verdant wealth, which I know there's. I remember hearing about one Leviathan that liked wealth of all kinds, but that's all we have, really.
The only alternative type is that it could be just the one that just attacks, but...
Most of the more bestial ones have a good reason for it, like they want food or they can be vindictive if they've been wronged, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, Kadrath is a legend from around Gogar's retreat. It's a couple of days ride away. We've done nothing to it.
Internally, just like, okay, it can't entirely be the fault of me taking the loot then.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
I don't think I'm the drama. Am I the problem?
Am I the asshole?
It's
Suka suddenly starts writing it on Reddit. Am I the asshole for taking the loot from the pile?
Is that why the Leviathan is attacking?
Are you saying that in character or not in character?
No. Tuka still isn't entirely certain about this. Tuka's a bit shy about this.
It's just everything you're describing is very weird behavior for a Leviathan.
That was what we thought as well.
Oh, did you say the guy was quite tiny, or was it just?
Yeah, he's shorter than all of you. He's like.
So Skipper's gonna comment. Does the small one suggest a theory?
Kind of looks around. Is he talking to one of you? I don't know what they're. I don't know what they're.
Skipper's proper beaming down to the gal.
There's no one behind you, person.
Yeah, kind of looks up at you, looking at him. Can I help you? Or?
Small one mentioned that is unusual behavior for Leviathan. Does small one suggest theory of what Leviathan could act? Why the Leviathan could act in a way?
Leviathans are a mystery in and of themselves. It's could be anything. There's
Tuka's worried.
It could be I don't know, maybe something they valued was taken.
Oh, no!
No, he doesn't say that.
I am down for Tuka sort of talking about this.
Well, I don't know. It's what happened? Were you there when he first attacked? What happened when that happened? I wasn't there, so.
Okay, Tuka's gonna look down and be a bit small in voice, just sort of I traded for something on the offering boat.
The offering boat. The what was it? The Kadrath's gift, I believe, is that what they do in Gogar's during the spring bloom. Right. So you traded for a gift on it.
But I think, but I'm pretty sure Kendrath knew. It gave me the eye, but it wouldn't have. It would if it was just the gift. It probably would have come straight for us rather than heading for Tall Mauser.
That is true. He kind of toddles over to you with these little stubby legs and kind of takes your hand and kind of pats it. I don't think it was that. It might. I don't believe, because like you said, if it was that, he would have attacked you and taken what was his. But yes, it's very peculiar though. And you say he made eyes with you.
All of us, right?
No. He glared.
He glared. I know it's a bit hard to tell with like more animalistic beings. Was there any sort of feeling of that he kind of portrayed with his look?
Oh, would Skipper
Let's
know?
check my notes.
Would Skipper
Mauzer.
remember?
Would Skipper remember?
My question is, I can't remember, but I don't know what to say.
I
Really...
mean, like I've got one note from from what the captains told us.
Okay.
The other captains told us it was like a look of hunger. I didn't note a specific thing, but like I know, so like my vibes tell me it was like it was disdain or disgust.
Then you can relay that to your new best friend in the whole world,
And you.
of Tenderich.
So, Firefly.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Back then.
So Firefly, I don't know.
Don't know. So, would Skipper remember something as the Leviathan is staring at us? Would they remember any kind of emotion towards them because of their ability they have?
Ooh.
The ability they have.
You're basically like being part of the scene and such, like any kind of whispers that happened during that time, would they remember any kind of thing happening as this was staring at us?
I think the only thing that you'd be able to tell from being under the waves and having seen animals and beasts of the under eaves, well, not the under eaves is far too deep, but of seeing things that live under the thrash, you can tell that this thing, that when Kadrath looked towards your ships and everything, it wasn't just he was looking around or anything like that. It was looking at you.
Like the actual team?
It was looking at the ships that had managed to escape.
Right.
And as the note stated, it was a look of just, and pretty much it. I can confirm that with Tuka's notes and everything, that it was a look of hunger and disdain and almost loathing.
Damn.
And you're at will to reveal this to your best friend.
Hey, Tenderich.
Yes. What?
I look at Tuka
Blink.
and like the Leviathan. It had that certain emotion of, yes, the hunger and loathsome and disdain.
Nod.
This loathing and disdain. That's worrying.
Yes.
There's, I mean, there are leviathans that have that. I can't think of them. I know that there are those that just do hate and have just loathing. What did this Leviathan look like? Because there's never been real descriptions of Kadrath before. What did he look like?
Skipper have likely sketched it or Is
Blah, blah, blah.
that a no, Tiny?
Pardon?
Do you think Skipper would have sketched it, or?
I think out of Skipper and Tuka, I think Tuka has the best art style.
Okay, well, certainly I've spent more time saying, yeah, Tuka drew a thing. Because, like, okay.
I would think that, like, both of them would probably, like, do the hand-in-hand, like, you know, like, do the big
We can certainly doodle something quickly now.
Yeah. Like, and, Skipper would, like, also help out as well. Like, do the, like, little finer details. I just keep thinking of Jester for some reason. Little gestures too, because sometimes.
Little gestures, Tuka sometimes.
Tuka is Jester sometimes, and it's cute.
So you take some time to like sketch, at least very roughly sketch the creature you saw, and he takes it from you. It's just saying, interesting. So these like these protrusions from it. They look like trees. They look like branches and things like this. It's very peculiar. And kind of goes to his desk reading, like pulls out a magnifying glass and just holds it up to the largest of his eyes and holds it up. Judging from the sketch, at least, it looks like it almost looks like it's made from plant matter and things like that.
Perhaps something of ancient?
I mean, if it's Kadrath, it is ancient because there were stories of him nearly 300 years old.
Don't suppose there are records or histories or stories of something similar?
I don't believe I have any of those. I mean, Leviathans are a very peculiar breed. There are some that do breed and continue. There are some that just are. They just exist and have always existed and always will exist. So that they kind of go beyond mere beast. They can vary wildly. Like some, like I believe you seem to intimate you've been told there are some that are very intelligent. There are some that are just, they act more bestial, but they do have an intellect to them, and they're not just dumb animals. Some are just big. There are some Leviathans that are just literally a large plant, and it just sits there and doesn't do anything until you get near it. So it's very hard to be able to really tell anything.
Yeah, this one is intent on going near, getting near things.
I mean,
Are,
I can't.
Are Leviathans known for scaring other local fauna, wildlife? Pinwolves?
Oh, the pinwolves!
Well, of course. I mean, they're a large creature. If they come for the pinwolves or whatever, they will run in terror.
But they're not known to directly hunt them or anything like that?
Not particularly. I mean, if there are some that, if they're carnivorous, they may go for pinwolves if they're there, but not.
Okay.
No, go out that way.
No. So it's there was a hungry look, loathing. I mean, and it's been under the waves for years. Like say, after it chased the pirates out of the area around Gogars, it kind of lay dormant, and they still did the offerings, but it was. But he kind of like he's kind of like looking kind of off in the middle distance and kind of like pacing around as it's lay dormant for years, and they still do the offerings. So the offerings are still, and you say it was on a boat. The offerings were on a boat. Yes.
If I remember correctly.
So if the boat was just sailing off, they wouldn't keep doing it. So the boat must get taken. So that it's been taking the boats, but then this time round, the boat wasn't enough. Maybe it's been consuming the things. Maybe it's plant matter, yes, but maybe inside it's not just plant matter. Maybe it's other things. Maybe it's decided that it might have decided the offerings aren't enough anymore. The offerings aren't enough, so it's gone hunting. It's hunting for something, or it's hunting for something, or it just wants more. It's like just greed. So it might make sense that that's possibly why it would attack Tall Mauser, because by all means, I mean, I'm not one of the Ritlings or anything like that. So obviously, I don't see a point in all that old wealth that they gather. But maybe it was testing to see if it could get any of that, because then it could consume it and get. I don't know if it would get bigger or stronger, or this is all theory. This is all a theory, of course. I don't take this as 100% what it is, but it could be that's what it's doing.
Why would it be trying to eat money or money? Just like puzzlement.
Well, because it could. I don't think it's a particular thing. It just. I don't think it's a particular that it wanted the money. It just wants mass.
Sure.
Like it wants to. Yes.
Did the Leviathan eat anything from what we saw when everything was falling? Like, did it take anything with it?
Mate, I'm going to ask for a roll to try and remember this time. We've not had a roll today.
Screw up my memory to try help and give a support die?
Yes, go the hell ahead.
I'm just looking at my stats.
Looking at the stats, the things. Admittedly, I don't know if there really are any skills for doing this, but I just feel like it needs a roll.
Maybe like study. Because that's like discover, record, interpret, decipher.
Yes, I'd say study would work.
Feels along those lines.
And do you have any edges that would also fit?
Add an instinct, sense, intuition, reaction.
Yep, that's fine. I'd accept that. So, instinct study, and then +1 for +1 dice for the assistance of Tuka.
And one of those. That. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh,
It already
Oh.
begins.
Was there anything
Oh,
for
hell.
rolling a triple?
There isn't. They should. But there
It
isn't.
does feel like there should be.
Okay, so at some point, me and Annie need to figure something unexpected that happens. I don't know if a Firefly needs to say the immediate result though. First.
Mm.
I'm trying to think if there could be an immediate result or not. I can't think of an immediate result right now, so we'll bank that twist for now.
I was gonna suggest so like you remember a swoop getting caught up in the devastation.
You do remember a swoop
Just have a little
getting
cry.
caught up. It's like somehow a single tear falls from somewhere. 1B.
Yeah.
You know, sad Stuart, the bee that's in charge of crying.
Yeah.
The one crying bee.
But yeah, you remember just like as the plate was toppling, you remember seeing in the distance just this one swoop going as it falls into the ocean. But you think back to all the chaos that was happening during that point,
Mhm.
and you remember obviously trying to get away and trying to fight the wave that came from the plate, hit the thrash and all that, and you just have the fleeting flash of memory
Mhm.
of, because it didn't process at the time because there was just so much happening, but you remember just a flash of seeing Kadrath on top of where the plate was. And some of the buildings from the plate had slid off as the plate was falling into the waves.
Mm.
Some of them kind of slid off the back and landed on top of the mountaintop. And you remember Kadrath just devouring these houses. There seemed to be no one in them. It was just eating the bricks and the roofs and the wooden planks and just consuming them.
Okay. Yeah, Trinix is going to pause for a second and then just say, come to think of it, it did consume some of the buildings. People were all evacuated at that point, but it did. So yes, perhaps it is just mass that it's looking for.
It could be that it's just been under the waves for centuries, eating this gift that is given every year, and then it's gotten to, and obviously growing in size year in, year on, and then now it's just the point that he's now too big for it, and now he wants more, and he's big enough to get it.
Worried.
I guess he was trying to knock buildings off the wall or something, or knock bits off the wall or something. Maybe that's why.
I don't know whether he succeeded in knocking anything off. As I said, I just felt the rumble, and
It sounds like it only. Well, I only heard that Kadrath made a dent.
Possibly he just tried and wasn't able to. Although if he's doing that, maybe he's planning on finding stuff to consume to come back and get something properly.
I guess the next question is, what do we do?
I can't really help you with that. If you're wanting to
It's
go
like,
up,
how, do we find things to feed it anyway, or is that just feeding a cycle? Or do we try to stop it? Or
he kind of like holds up his hands. Again, I can't really.
With the
I
leviathans that you do know about, are there sort of gestures around like feeding grounds?
I mean, they tend to stick to a particular area or a particular reach at the very least. Like for example, in the Foxloft, we have the white collar snare, and she very rarely travels beyond. I don't believe she's ever traveled beyond the Foxloft.
Interesting. Lots to think about.
There is a lot to think about. Much thinking.
Is there anyone that you could suggest that we might go and speak to that also has an understanding about the things we've spoken about today?
About Leviathans?
Leviathans, feeding patterns, where it might be going direction-wise. We're trying to get a plan of action for what to do next.
But
we're
I
new
don't.
here.
On Tall Mauser, I don't know of anyone. There are people there. Kind of like he kind of looks around conspiratorially, even though there's no one here. I do know there are kind of groups of people that worship Leviathans.
would that be the Riddlings?
No, not them. They, as I
Okay.
said, they worship money and only money. But
Different cult.
But the cultists, the Leviathan cultists, tend to live on the waves, so it's hard to tell where they could be.
There's not a point where they congregate at.
Not a P.O. box.
Not really. No one really wants them in their settlements.
Oh.
And I assume no way to contact them, as it were, either, therefore.
Not particularly. I mean, there might be others who might know of like an enclave of them or something like that, but
Well, I'm probably going to be heading in the direction of Crimmage Surge next.
Courage Surge.
Yeah, that's where Kedrath is going.
Oh dear.
Keep blink, blink.
dear. Oh dear.
You say, oh dear, why?
Oh, Crimmage Surge is a very awful place. it's a place of constant storms and thrashing waves and just reefs of wrecked ships. If it is trying to find stuff to consume to gain mass, Kremich Surge is a banquet.
Oh dear.
So have fun with that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I can't be of more help.
I don't suppose we could talk to different Leviathan.
You want to try and talk to another Leviathan?
Maybe it would have. Maybe another one would have some ideas.
There's only one I know of that would be willing to do business, but I don't know where she is or how you'd get there.
Oh well.
What's her name?
Well, that would be the Queen Beneath.
Oh, that's a name.
She's stories of what I've heard of what she's like a giant, immense reptile. She hoards wealth that would make, kind of like indicates upwards, make any Rickling go mad with jealousy. She's very, very shrewd. She can be willing, from from tales I've been told, she can be willing to help people for the right price.
Very uncertain how manageable that route would be, but you're useful to know. Thank you.
Well, I always try to help where I can.
We have a much better understanding than we did before. So like glances at Skipper, given it's like we had two very different ideas about what was going on.
These images that you have, do you have a device that is used to take them?
I do, yes.
I wonder whether you'd be interested in letting us borrow one in return for the images that we capture.
Ooh.
Kind of like taps at his, he just taps it, kind of like he kind of makes the gesture of like tapping at his chin in thought, but he has no mouth or chin, so he's just kind of tapping at just like a point below his eyes. Well, I could possibly spare one of my older ones. I don't know. He kind of toddles off to like one of the chests in the corner kind of opens it up and kind of like rummages around and pulls out just like it's basically like it's very akin to like an old camera, like the kind of ones you'd get in like the kind of late 1800s.
Imagine like a bit of a concertina-ish.
Yes, exactly. But it's like the concertina is kind of made out of like a kind of strange kind of purple leather.
Nice.
And the box is kind of a bit rough hewn. And he gives you some very brief instructions on how to take pictures with it. Obviously putting in the plate and pulling this thing out to like show to kind of flood it with light and all that kind of jazz. I'm not going to go into it because I don't know, but I know some words that fit. So,
Yeah.
and so he gives you some brief instructions. So yeah, so if you are able to get pictures, I want to obviously when you return, that if you provide them to me.
Indeed.
And will we be able to see these pictures, or do they need to come back to you for some sort of process?
You should be able to. It's the means of developing is very simple. You need to be in a darkened room. So if you try and find a room in your ship that is dark, and you place the exposed papers, which he's provided you with like a stack of these papers, in a solution, which is it's a mixture of cres resin mixed with water and some burnt leaves.
Okay.
Obviously being very careful with the burning of the leaves. It's very obviously you don't want to cause a fire.
Yes. Especially not on board.
Exactly. So just be very careful with that. But just mix that up, and that's the kind of solution you need. It's primarily water. It's kind of like a kind of a 3 parts water to 1 part cres resin.
I like to think that somewhere within Trinix there's bees with tiny books frantically writing notes.
No.
Exactly. That is exactly what's happening. And yeah, so he provides you the camera, the snapography box, and the papers. So you've probably got a good solid 20 or so sheets.
Okay.
You said it was snapography.
Yeah, snapography. Like the snapographs, snapography. So yeah, he provides you that, and he provides you the papers. I need to quickly pop downstairs. I'm sorry to do this midstream, but I've been awaiting a delivery, and apparently it's arrived. So I need to
That
see.
Is fair. We can natter between ourselves.
So either you sit there and talk in front of him as he sits there quietly, or you leave and talk, whichever one you prefer. So I shall be right back. Vamp.
I'm of the opinion that it doesn't feel like he's got any more information to give us.
And that was a lot less.
And I'm kind of thinking maybe that either heading back towards the ship, because we may as well stay on board the ship and have free accommodation that way. And that, yeah, we might need to look at getting stocked back up for heading on to the next place.
A seriously dangerous trip.
Yes. Not what I'd like to be doing, should we say, but
It is strange, but this one now understands. I don't know whether we're replying or not, or we're like out of character talking.
kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Who, Skipper, Tuka, would one of you like to use the snapograph?
Ooh.
Work on it between you, perhaps?
Oh.
It's definitely not cursed. Hello, I'm back.
Nah. I'm also just gonna quickly BRB.
God damn it. Okay.
I mean, I was tempted to suggest that we have a break while our Firefly was sorting a thing.
Luckily, my parcel had been accepted by some of my housemates,
Oh,
Nice.
which makes
they're
a
not
damn change.
entirely useless.
They're just
Yay.
mostly useless.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that.
I was.
I mean, Sean is best placed to judge.
Indeed.
I am. This fucker's useless.
So we talked about going back to the ship for accommodation wise because it's free.
It is.
Am I right in thinking we had some of our crew like restocking the ship? when we
I
got
believe
into
so. Yes.
town?
Yeah,
I
were there
believe
any
you.
repairs we still needed to do?
Repairs. I believe you got those sorted out. You've only ever really been taking small amounts of damage.
And now,
So oh
Mhm.
yeah, for now you're if you're going into the surge.
we're gonna get fucked up.
The
Are there any upgrades and things that we could do to the ship
I return it.
from here?
there
Or is that
is. Let's have a look. Hang on. I'm pretty
only
sure.
because if we're now going to this place, it would make sense that we had a
As
look
prepared as we
into,
can.
into at least attempting not to sink.
Let's try not dying.
Let's have a look quickly. Hold on. Dooby-dooby-doo. A dooby-dooby-doo.
Ooby-dooby-ooby-doo.
Dooba 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 doop.
On Tall Mauser, they don't have a workshop. They've got a lot of ports. They've got a lot of like docks and marketplaces, and obviously they've got this Kartoika and things like that. But they don't have a workshop for working on ships.
Okay.
You can, of course, acquire to see if there's anywhere else nearby that might be able to do such a thing, or whether there's anyone who might, or if there's anyone on Tall Mauser that might know of this stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be nice to have like a bit of a wander, see what else is about. Because at some point we're probably may have to get some rations and such, right? And hopefully,
Yes, keep the rats well looked after.
Yeah, our crew are doing some of that.
They are
Oh,
indeed.
cool. Yeah,
For
so we
us
don't have to
for
worry about that bit then. Yeah.
restocking. But yeah, having an explorer of the place and generally having a chat with the locals does seem like a good idea.
It's a local shop for local people. There's nothing for you here.
Well, tell
Half
me about
debating
where I
about-
can find the traveling shop for traveling people then.
Mm.
I'm just quickly making sure. So what precisely are we looking for? Looking for, like, rations and things like that. Is that correct?
We've got the crew working on that, right? So,
Technically, yes.
so my guesses would be probably have a one to see if anything piques our interest about Tall Mauser, or
And anything that sort of like about, at the very least, hearing word of where we might be able to upgrade our ship.
that too.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you head out of Tendrich's picture house,
Eh,
waving goodbye to him, obviously, because he's your
eh.
best friend now. Um,
I
and
mean,
you
he is
wander
the bestest.
and you wander the streets for a little while. It's probably early afternoon at this point. And you just kind of wander the streets, and there's a bustle to the streets. It's not rammed. It's not like a city, but there are always people going back and forth and to and fro, and obviously talking on the streets. And you see one poor unfortunate soul buying a grub from Dibble.
Poor life choices.
Poor life choices.
Desperate situation, perhaps.
And you kind of just keep moving around, and you kind of mosey kind of higher up the wall, like going up the various walkways and things like that. And you come to areas that are the outsides of these houses and stores are carved a lot more ostentatiously, like even more than Tendrich's picture house. Like they're like inlaid with like carved pieces of amber to look like various creatures from the Wildsea. And there's like one person who's got like a large amber swoob above his door.
Is it a knuckle or is it just a thing?
It looks like it's almost like a window above the door that is like carved.
Wait, it's a peephole where you look through the eyes of the swoob?
It's not a peephole. It's like I say, it's above the door. So like there's the door, which is like, I don't know, like 6 foot tall, and then above it there's this swoob window, which probably is just for letting light in rather than anything in particular. But
is it the swoob's belly that's transparent a window, or just like
all of it? The entire thing is like
right, okay, transparent amber window swoob.
Yep. And is at this point you suddenly you're taken in by the architecture and these people, like I said, these very elaborate frontings of the various houses and businesses. And then you suddenly start looking at the people, and where lower down there was a smattering of these Ritlings, now there are more Ritlings than there are regular people. So all with like capes made of like banknotes and like coins and CDs hanging off their waists, and then you start noticing you suddenly kind of see one person, and you think for a moment he's wearing kind of like ambered glasses, like just kind of like a yellow glasses. And then you realize those aren't glasses, and it isn't amber. It's an ardent man once again, dressed in all the finery of an ardent, not a Rittling cultist. But rather than eyes, he's got 2 gold coins in either socket. And he's walking along, not with like a stick or anyone helping. He's just walking along like he can see.
Well, that is a fashion choice.
And you see more of them, like people that you start, not lots of them like this, but even some of the species that don't have eyes to stand, like Ectus and technically Salicrae in a way.
Small.
But they still have like coins embedded into them, like onto their their chests or their shoulders or along their arms. And then like through kind of like the bustle of people in this particular, you start hearing like a thudding footfalls kind of plodding along. And as you look, you see kind of this large metallic construct kind of just plodding along, like swinging its arms in a very animatronic way, just like plodding along. And rather than just, this isn't just a robot, because when you look at its like central mass, you can see through its chest. It's like again, it's kind of like polished amber, and you see kind of like a curled up, mummified Ardent inside, like floating in this fluid, and surrounding this kind of Ardent in this tube is just masses of banknotes and coins and boxes of jewels and things like that. And it's just, yeah, and it just kind of just plods along, just plodding along the street. Not people part in a way, kind of respectfully part to allow this thing through.
Someone who decided to be buried with their money early.
And you can try and ask people questions about these sites if you so wish.
It's weird.
I think I want to say that Skipper's like proper staring, but you don't know they're staring. It's weird because they look like they're always out of space, like always dissociating. So they're just casually just staring, looking around.
I am going to be brave, and I'm going to ask someone who looks a little more average.
Yeah.
Isn't full-on amber robot.
Yeah, what the spectacle is.
As I said, there are regular people up here. There are not many of them.
Yeah.
But they are here. So you managed to find like this Ketra woman. She's kind of like a pale pink with kind of like the standard kind of markings of a Ketra, kind of like almost like a Rorschach pattern on her where her eyes should be. And she's just working on, like, there's a cart, and she's kind of like trying to get this wheel on a cart. And she kind of like looks up at you as you approach. Says, "Help you?"
Yes. I'm wondering, all of these people around, is this? I'm assuming this is normal for the area.
You're new here, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. This area is predominantly Rittlings. They live and worship up here. Anything in particular you want to know about them, or?
I mean,
How does points at one of the ones with coins in the eyes? He's like, how do they see?
Good question. I mean, the gold-sighted are a weird one in and of themselves. They claim that by having eyes of gold, they can seek wealth easier, and it works. So I can't knock it. Like I've seen a gold-sighted sniff out a coin from between a crack in a stone. Like literally, he just pushed past me and got like a little metal rod out and just pried this coin out of a crack. I didn't know it was there. No one knew it was there. Whoever put the coin there probably knew it was there, but it weren't him.
that is
I
quite a
don't-
skill.
I don't understand it. But if it works, it works.
Yes, I suppose who are we to judge if that's their interests?
I don't get riddlings myself. I mean, what's the point in all this old world money and wealth?
I was going to ask whether it really offers them anything. But
it's just status within the cult. At least from my understanding. Yes, it's weird. I think it's hold on. She kind of like puts an arm on you and kind of like pulls you to the side to allow a different one of those metal constructs. With this time it's got a kind of again in kind of like floating in this fluid. This time it's an ectus kind of floating there again, just piles of banknotes and coins and all that surrounding the tube that the remains are in.
I assume to you this is a very much a normal sight then.
Normal as in I see it all the time, yes. Normal as in I think it's normal, no.
Yeah, that's about what I
Especially
I feel.
especially the Promenocereries, kind of like shudders.
The big tubey ones?
Yeah, those kind of points at the one that just walked past. It's like this, like I said, once again, just thudding footfalls as it kind of walks along. That's just creepy, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I understand, like, I understand, like, wanting to be buried and stuff when you go, but to be paraded round? It's like, no.
Can only assume that wealth is their only desire, so to be admired for their wealth is their only desire?
I suppose. I just find it weird that none of the other Ritlings just bash them open and steal the wealth in it. If they're that desperate for wealth, why not?
alive in there?
Maybe
No.
there are rules
In
about.
there.
Maybe there are rules that you can steal for anyone who's not who's not another Reeling or something like that.
I don't know. But in answer to your question, that points at
Trinix.
Trinix. That's the one. To answer your question, no, they're not alive.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Okay. Yeah. I just so like if I would have thought if I was rich and silly, I just want a very very nice house that only my corpse and money could be in.
You'd think that would be a thing, but no. Apparently, if you're that successful, they want to be paraded around after death to show how very wealthy they were in life, despite not being able to do anything with that anymore. Social commentary.
Yep, I don't think that would ever make sense to me. So
I don't know. I doubt the pre-Verdant people used to do anything like that. So
Oh.
social commentary.
Everyone turns to stare at the camera.
Wait, I mean, who would want to gather a load of precious shiny things and then just for you to die? It's better to, like, do your work, have some time, do what you need to do some graft, and then when you die, you die. And people will be sad.
Hopefully.
you've been a decent person, I suppose.
Well, everyone tries. Aren't many natural arseholes around, but anything else, or
Oh! I don't suppose you. I gather not Tall Mauser itself, but I don't suppose you know of anywhere where we could potentially get modifications made to our ship.
modifications? I mean, there's Marrow. So it's a port a little ways away. It's whereabouts is it? It's in the rib fields, I think. It's
Do you have any idea which direction that is relative to the direction we ultimately want to go?
Please hold while I quickly find the map that I've been using. You don't get a map, but I do.
They're all at sea. What?
Oh, come on.
We're just generally going around and about in the green.
Green.
Green. Please hold, because my computer is playing silly buggers.
Don't do that, computer.
Okay, it's not letting me open File Explorer, which is great.
Okay, that is a problem.
That's fine. We can look at specifics next session. We do not need it right now.
We can plan our route another time.
We are still exploring for the moment.
There it is. The rib fields, they are... I believe this is it. This is it. The rib fields are south of here. Like quite a ways south, like a good... I want to say like 5-6 days.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends how long we want to delay going the way we want to go.
It depends where you want to go.
Out of character, which way is the
Crimmage surges to the west. Technically, it's west. Technically, it's west, northwest, and southwest of you. It's a large. It basically there's a big, long mountain range that goes through the sea,
No wonder it's a hot mess of shipwrecks and storms.
but the surge is before that mountain range.
Like the most deadly coral reef.
But yeah, so that's where
Yeah,
you're
this
gonna go.
responds west.
Ooh, to the surge.
I mean,
Mm. Yes.
Oh, that's the best. The best workshop I know is in Marrow, because that's in the rib fields.
Okay. Unless anyone else has any other questions, I guess we'll leave you be.
Yo.
Fair enough.
Have a good day and good luck with gestures vaguely around at these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try. And it goes back to she goes back to the wheel that she's trying to get onto this cart.
Nudges. I assume Skipper is the strongest in our group.
Yes.
Yes.
Nudges Skipper. Perhaps you could give her a hand moving that. She has been helpful for us after all.
Yes. This one shall provide. I shall help.
Hey.
Roll me something to help.
Okay. With what I have, it should be by basic stats I normally go for, with a little bit of iron
A little bit of iron.
and maybe a bit of brace. No.
Defending
maybe.
determination.
So, like, more likely if just to be more.
I mean,
careful
I
when
would
lifting
I would
up.
I would say brace is okay for like determination of wanting to help and using your strength to help.
Yeah.
So yes, I will allow brace.
Brace with iron.
Brace with iron,
Okay.
because again, determination, force, willpower.
Oh.
No twists.
Conflict.
But there is a conflict.
Yeah, didn't you bank a conflict before?
I did. Double conflict.
Mauzer!
Get slapped
Why
around
would
the
you
face
say that
twice.
word? Ah.
The cart explodes. So it's you. I feel you try to get that you go over and you help lift the cart. And I'm gonna say that as you're lifting it and trying to hold it up to try and let this Ketra woman get this wheel on, you just kind of just like you just kind of like your mind wanders yourself for a minute, and you just start hearing Skipper. Skipper.
Distracted already.
And you kind of just like look out. You just kind of you're kind of, while you're holding the cart, you kind of look. You're like looking away from the sea, and then you start hearing that, and you just find yourself kind of like turning to look, and your grip slips. Not to the point of dropping it or anything like that, but it does drop before this Ketra is ready, and she is caught badly on the shoulder with the falling cart, and she's like falls to the floor. She's like, oh god! It's like holding her shoulder. It's got a sizable gash on her shoulder. And she's injured.
Oh
You've
no!
injured the poor lady. The poor helpful lady. You've hurt her. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Skipper immediately like tries to take the car away from her, like realizing what they've just done, quickly like proper focus on, and immediately tries to pull it away from her to get that.
Like she's not like being pinned by the cart or anything. She's just like as she was putting the wheel on, you let it drop, and as it dropped, the cart smacked into her shoulder, and so she's not under it. She's not like pinned or anything like that. She's just been hurt quite substantially by this cart falling on her shoulder.
Oh, Skipper's like frantically like trying to like least like I said, like move like the actual cart away so nothing else is hurting her and giving her the space. And they're just frantically saying, apologies.
What the hell was that? I thought you had it. You said you had it.
This one's sorry. So sorry.
Oh, get out of my way. And she just shoulders you out the way and just kind of
shoulders because they're very big.
She's also quite big.
Oh yeah.
And
everyone else is also big.
She just kind of pushes past you and kind of disappears down the street, heading towards, and as you look down the street, you see like the sign for like just essentially saying that it's like a doctor or like healer.
Yeah, that sounds good, Ben.
Skipper is slowly like
made an enemy today.
We've made a good friend and we've made an enemy.
Skipper's gonna slowly like starts wrapping like their arms and everything around them and just slowly float away in a way, kind of like really timidly, kind of like start floating away. Just keep frantically saying whisperly, sorry.
It's just, how far are you floating?
Not so much, just probably in direct.
Just wondering wondering how I might.
And just away from the accident and everything, just slowly floating away.
I want to do something slightly silly because I'm wobbly. I want to sort of like try climb up something to try leap on Skipper to give a hug.
I don't want to roll.
Fortunately, I'm not at the level where my take has a mechanical effect yet.
No.
Okay, let's check the stats. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a skull. It's like that. Okay, vault with grace.
Vault with grace.
Oh, it's already there. What do you mean? Bleh.
Oh no!
What happens now?
You explode! Okay, rather, I'm
I'm
going to
beginning to
say,
think that this game just doesn't like us.
I mean, twist. I have no idea. Conflict. I think I know what it is, but
Does my
does anyone
mind
have an idea?
advance to the next level?
No,
Okay, you're being
But-
nicer to me.
I'm being kind in that regard. Does anyone have an idea for a twist? A twisty twist?
An unexpected thing happens to me.
Something
Just
unexpected
happens.
happens. Just happens.
This happens to happen.
I think. I think I can see it being like Tuka gets a bit of clothing caught up on Skipper's arm or whatever sort of body piece, and so it's just a little bit sort of tangled. It's not stopping them from hugging, but it does mean that them climbing back off again in a minute is going to be a little bit more complicated than it might have otherwise been.
Oh, it's fine. I just stay here.
So, yeah, I can agree with that. So rather than you, because obviously Skipper is made of all these various bits and parts and vines and bits of wood and bits of ship and stuff like that. They're not like fully coherent. They're not like, because they're not like, it's not like they've like fused together. They're kind of like a bunch of parts kind of floating near each other.
Yeah.
And you Tuka, launch off of this thing a bit too hard, and end up accidentally embedding yourself in Skipper,
Okay.
In a way, yeah.
and as Shan suggests, getting quite a lot of your clothing and stuff kind of caught up in the various parts of Skipper. So that as you try to get out, you can't, because it's just like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
The problem is that Skipper's completely out of it in a way that everything surrounding them is completely just blurred out and is just continuing to go into some sort of direction, hiding away.
Oh, you're not gonna be alone.
So yeah, Skipper and Tuka are floating off. What are you doing, Jenny?
We'll call out to Tuka and say, do you need a hand getting out of there, or are you happy to stick with them whilst they
Fine.
wander?
I'm gonna have to say here real quick, so this is probably the first time Skipper actually has hurt someone or actually hurt somebody.
Oh.
And so the way how they are reacting right now is completely so different compared to how they act normally. This is completely different. This is probably, you've never seen Skipper act like this before in your time you've been with them.
Oh.
So do with that what you will.
Do that what you will.
We'll call back out. Tuka, do you want a hand with this, or are you happy covering it?
Up to you.
I am going to follow to see where Skipper goes, but I'm going to follow a little bit behind. Kind of watching a little bit from a distance, just to, obviously this is very different for them, so I don't want to add to the stress and what's going on for the moment. I just want them to sort of settle a bit. So I will follow, but I'm going to follow behind and just see where they're wandering to and
Fair
whatnot.
enough. So, Skipper,
Yes.
where you wandering to?
Skipper
Are you
is
taking me?
kind of slightly. There is no sense of direction, but it seems like they are going somewhere where there's a lot of like greenery, a bit kind of like foresty little area, like
Something a bit
gardens or
quieter
something.
in terms of people.
Yeah, certain quietness.
You head up and up and up and up until you hit the top of the wall. That Tall Mauser is made of. When you get there, there's a couple of like building again, much like it was on Gurglar's Retreat. There are multiple buildings that have actually been built on top of Tall Mauser, but then also there's like an area that is essentially been made into like a park that stretches along a part of the wall. And yeah, it is green. It's got some trees and some shrubs, and it's not heavily preened or anything like that. It's just been left relatively natural. But it's at a part where, like, along the wall there are like crenellations, like small crenellations along the top of the wall, and it's just a nice little thing that's there. And yeah, it's just nice little park, and you can like look out onto the waves along with being in relatively safe nature.
Yeah. They proceed to try and like submerge themselves into some sort of bush and hide.
Yeah, you
Don't
can
realize
easily find.
realize that poor old Duke is stuffed in them. Probably
Yeah,
actually hurting them at the same time.
Just a slight ruffling of plant.
You find a bush, and you just kind of like sink into it and sit down.
Nestling it. And just keep repeating the word of sorry. Sorry. So sorry.
Should be you hurt someone, you horrible person.
I did not catch if Firefly was saying something.
Yeah, what does Firefly say?
I said nothing.
Sus.
I think that was the whispers of "you should be." I think.
Maybe.
It's hard because Discord doesn't want to pick it up very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are sat in a bush. Trinix, you just watch as Skipper just sinks into this bush and sits down.
You notice like normal, like how Skipper is. They are like massive to you. They like massive, strong, like the big dude. But here, as you are seeing Skipper Tuka, it's like suddenly they've kind of somehow shrunk themselves as they are like some sort of little child or something that is hiding away from sadness.
Is there anywhere where Skipper gets the equivalent of a pat on the back or a shoulder massage or something sometimes? Just wondering about trying to do soothing.
You can always try something, like, because you've only seen this happening. This is the first time you've seen this happening with Skipper. they seem to be like proper in a daze. Like you've seen them before, where on the side of the ship they would always zone out, and you always see them always dissociating. You know that they do this by their day-to-day lives, like their day-to-day, like
But not like
that
this.
is that. But not like this. It seems to be more in-streamed. You are sometimes when you are with Skipper, especially to the time when they are dissociating and staring out into the sea, you can actually like you've probably found ways where you've managed to, you know, switch them out back, like switch them back to reality in a way with like, you know, what you usually do, like, you know, wave your hands, talk to them in a way, you suddenly get them to snap back, or like, and they just react in a way you see them how they are.
I mean, like I
not
have
big for you.
some rough ideas now. So like thinking
Yeah.
like starting with trying to like a soothing pat. So like or there's like somewhere that seems sensible. So that something seems like sometimes accidents happen and it sucks.
It takes a while for Skipper to slowly, it's still in dissociation.
I think it's so. Yeah, I think so. Like as Skipper sitting there quietly, Tuka might say, "Comment." It's like it's like nice park you found though. Hmm.
Park?
Ah. That's where you walk. That's where there's bushes.
Push.
Oh.
Just slowly coming back. Tuka. I heard them.
Yes, you did. Slowly realizing that I'm tangled up in you.
Not to mention the fact that this is the first time they used I.
Yeah, I think this is. Oh yeah, I noticed it was like you used. It's like you used Tuka's name rather than the nickname. Like, oh.
I'm gonna, whilst offering Tuka a hand to try and pull themselves out,
that might be appreciated now.
I will say, Skipper, but you didn't do it on purpose.
Yes.
This one's heard whispers again.
What are the
They
whispers
call
saying?
this one's name.
I don't know how much the rest of us are aware of the thing of the sea calling to you.
This is probably the first time. Probably the first time or second time you've heard this.
Alright. Okay. Roger.
But you know for a fact that they always seem to like the way how Skipper was staring out again was the same way how they normally stare out anyway.
Yeah.
When that happened.
Like Tuka looks around, is like, and comments to like, you only see you, me, and Trinix. I'm not sure what you mean.
Where this one's used to be, it calls back for me.
Oh, I seem we're aware that you used to be in beneath waves.
Yeah.
Oh.
You probably would remember the captain mentioning it, like, oh yeah, this one just found in the submerged.
Tuka's just so like processing this is like just like thinking like what do you say when that's happening to someone?
So they're hearing voices. Eee.
Where'd No.
Like, is it just like is it a voice that feels nice?
This one does not know.
Hmm.
It calls, and this one listens.
What about when we call for Skipper? Pat.
This one responds.
Hey.
Have they always called?
Always. Since this one was reborn.
Which direction do they call from or call you towards?
This one does not know.
So the direction changes? It's just sort of around?
Likely.
I will say that at least one or possibly two sessions ago, possibly last session, you do remember it getting louder the further north you went.
Oh.
Well,
Tiny
Weren't you the one
pocket.
speculating that there was something precious the sea was protecting up there?
Apparently,
I myself.
apparently, it was enough to kill Skipper. So Danny has to make a new character now.
Skipper. Because I don't think there's any. I can't remember if I mentioned about there's like some sort of like light against in Skipper's like because they're like wear this really old fashioned aquanaut kind of headpiece. There's like a little bit of light and that kind of just flashes in a color. That it's like normally for you guys it's like oh I just realized something.
Okay.
Wait.
Light bulb.
This one remembers noises. Remembers the voices louder up north. They
Oh.
always go loud round north.
Oh. Well, if it's important, maybe we could look into it at some point.
Is it wise?
I mean, that's your choice.
This one's only wants to find out about the Leviathan.
That is the priority. Yes.
There's no reason why we can't do some research about your predicament whilst we're also looking for the Leviathan.
Yeah, we can go to our new best friend and ask about the conflagration.
Yes, new small friend.
Yee.
This one's enjoy new small friend.
Yoo-hoo.
And thus they never left Tall Mauser again because of my friend.
Or we kidnapped them.
Yes.
Could go either way.
Does Tender Rich kidnap us, or do we kidnap Tender Rich?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
don't.
Yes.
Skipper, these whispers. Would you do me a favour and note down what they're saying in perhaps a diary of sorts?
Is it just Skipper that they say?
This one only remembers only thy name. Only this one's name. Nothing more.
but just what the whispers are saying to you, how strong it feels.
Oh,
Having it,
Whisper Diary.
yeah, having it noted might help us make sense of it later.
Oh,
This one will try.
If it's too much effort and bits get missed, that's okay, but it would just... It could be of some benefit.
Small pink friend. Will you stay with this one, please? When it happens.
funny. And what was that?
When it happens.
Yes. Having been successfully freed from entanglement with Trinix's help, so Tuga's like snuggles.
Oh. And of course, Skipper will also snuggles again.
Oh.
The best kind of cuddles.
No.
Snuggles successful.
Indeed.
No snuggle complication roll.
Yes.
I think I might pop to speak to perhaps one of the golden-eyed ones. It feels like they might be
Old-sighted.
Might be crazy enough to venture to places that others wouldn't. And I query whether where we're possibly heading might be of similar dangers. I just would like to have a chat perhaps with them to see if they have any advice, whether they whether there's any preparation, any things we should know, any, I don't know, links that they have. Anything that might make our journey a little safer.
Oh, I guess probably it's a question of whether we were thinking of whether we're thinking of going to Marrow first or how much we want to wait.
Don't know.
I'm not sure how much time we have to wait, is my worry. We're not going to get ahead of it, for sure. But if we can...
But we can hopefully catch it before it's ready to come back.
Yes, that was my thoughts too. Or at least be able to send some sort of word back, even.
Skipper's gonna perk up, say, this one still wants to apologize to the friend.
I guess, so how long has it been since my feeling would be if that person's had time to cool off a bit, then maybe it will be okay.
Yeah.
It's been a solid, gonna say it's been like a solid hour that you've wandered. Like you weren't power walking up here. You were kind of just like kind of meandering up. So it's like I would say like a good hour and a half. You've been kind of just like meandering through the streets, going higher and higher until you found this park.
One idea that comes to mind is whether to get an apology gift of some sort.
You could make her an apology basket.
Oh.
Best idea ever.
Hey.
Shopping time!
Shopping montage.
And as we go to a shopping montage, I think it's a good point to stop for the evening.
I think it is.
Yep.
As we've had much feels, a new best friend, and,
Enemy.
New enemy.
and a
Person
new
to say sorry to.
and a new big bad, and
And some revelations.
revelations.
Strange walking corpses.
Walking
some-
corpses and people with coins in their eyes.
And weird backstory.
Mm.
Yeah.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. Where the fucking pear tree come from? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, camera monkey!
Oh, for God's sake. All right. Thank you so much for watching the stream, guys. If you want to find out where we all are, join us on our Discord channel. We also have a website called funabossfight.co.uk. I think that's the correct one, right, John? We
Yep.
also have a YouTube channel. We also have podcasts as well. So please come and join out with us. We're cool people.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, true. Fair
Aw.
enough. Let's see. Am I missing anything, John? Before you,
Something about following is a free way to help the channel.
yes, following is a free way. Like support us in a free way to help us, support the channel. Blah blah blah. Unfortunately, September's not here, so Subathon's not that around anymore. We also have the upcoming. We also have the upcoming streams. So,
And the face of John. Hi, John.
in the face of John. So I need to get on the stream. I need to get on the stream to see this. But let me guess. Tomorrow we have Dragon Age Inquisition, where the John here is going to do. Yeah, he's going to fight some dragons because he needs to level up properly so he can actually fight the actual big dragon of Jaws of Hakan.
Need to fight some dragons to stop being a bitch.
No, because it is kind of surprisingly he has not gone over for all the dragons. He's high level enough now to do those, and it's okay. It's fun to fight dragons. Wednesday.
Minecraft.
Yes, Wednesday we've got some Minecraft. We might be going to space. That depends on everybody else.
Spice.
Space.
Well,
A bit
The one place that's not been corrupted by capitalism.
Space.
Spice!
Of course, this frightful Friday, Sean once again is sitting in the GM chair to play some good old 10 candles.
Yes. 10 candles.
Spookins.
And-
The Stupinins.
Yes, indeed. And no D&D's happening on Sunday, unfortunately. Is there a reason why? There are some
4
reasons. Yeah, because
Our
I
reasons
forgot about
for
this.
things.
I found a reason for
Check
me.
Check out the website for all of the links and things that you need. It also gets all of the updates for what streams we've got coming up and things. So
Of course.
Yeah.
we'd
And
love to
also-
see you there.
And also check out our D&D characters on this website as well, because John here likes to really upload our D&D characters to help us learn more about them if you're interested.
Indeed.
Do one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Turns
But
to look
anyway,
at Tanny.
thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I hope we see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.
Tanny, do you want us to raid into Unifade?
Yes, please.
Okay, we're going to raid Unifade, who is playing
Invade Walker.
Water Park Simulator.
He sounds like a lot of
People
fun.
into pools.
Drowning people.
Drowning people.
I mean, that person they just sent down a water slide looked like they drowned.
It's because they
Yeah.
did, John.
Completely ragdolled down that water slide.
They're dead, John.
They're
Enjoy
dead
the
now.
ragdolls, folks.